Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a little bit different because we're in a new setting. I'm in Singapore right now, so aesthetically we're still trying to figure it out. But I really wanted to make this video this morning because I've been getting a lot of questions about like a summer TBR, like what books should we all be reading this summer, especially like ACOTAR adjacent. So today's video is going to be like, if you've read ACOTAR, you should read these books. And some of them are popular, some of them are, I don't know, I guess popular adjacent, so hopefully you haven't heard of all of them. So the first one on the list is called Divine Rivals. If you've seen my Instagram, you for sure see me post about Divine Rivals. I am in love with that character. His name's Roman. If you love a man that yearns in the same way that Rhys yearns in ACOTAR, Roman Kit will get you there. So that is a 2-book series, Divine Rivals and Ruthless Vows. Ruthless Vows, I think, came out last Christmas or the Christmas before or the day after Christmas. All I know is that it was Christmas break and everyone was like, let's do stuff. And I was like, I am busy reading. Excuse yourself. That's how good it was. Slow burn. So for anyone that likes a lot of smut early, you're not really going to get that until the second book. It's like 1950s setting, and the two main characters, Iris and Roman, they work for competing newspapers. So it's kind of like an enemies to lovers thing. They hate each other. If you're into that you're gonna have a good time. And there's like this magical typewriter that connects them to each other. And what I tell you, the end of that book was so good, I gasped. So in the same way, if you were looking for enemies to lovers, same kind of yearning from Rhys and ACOTAR, Divine Rivals is where you should go. Okay, the second book is Serpent and Wings of Night. This is a really large series. I think it's 5 books. This is a vampire book. So if you ever really were into like Twilight, you're gonna love this book. This is like a smutty Twilight. Smutty from pretty much from the jump. The characters are named Araya and Rain, and it'll get you where you need to go. The thing about vampire smut is it's like he like sucks her blood, and then there's this question of you're just like, am I into this? And the answer may be yes. But yeah, so it's about vampires, and it's kind of like they go into this games, almost like Hunger Games-y, but they volunteer, and at the end they get to like make a request from the gods if they win. But I think otherwise they all die, if I remember correctly. So first book, super good. Second book, super good. After that, it kind of fell off for me personally, but I was also really looking forward to other books. So I'm not saying that everyone wouldn't like it. Just me personally, I would recommend the first 2 for sure. And then you can just see how it goes. But yeah, so that's vampire-esque. How is it comparable to ACOTAR? Some of the like fighting scenes and like the high stakes. I think that is how it's comparable to ACOTAR. Also, I don't know, Araya's like feisty in the same way that Farah is, so I think that you would like it for that. Okay, third book is Powerless by Lauren Roberts. This book is slow burn, but this book is written so well that they don't even kiss. I don't even think they kiss to the end, or maybe the second book. So good it doesn't even matter. If you like Audible books, this is the book that you need on an audiobook. And this is from someone who interviews audiobook characters. The man who plays Kai in this audiobook, chef's kiss, seriously. Probably my top recommendation. And if you like love triangles, that's what this is good for. A better love triangle though than Tamlin, Farah, and Rhys, because Peyton has a love triangle kind of with 2 brothers. Their names are Kai and Kit, and so Kai is like the defender, so they're both princes, and their dad has them doing completely different things. So Kit's the oldest, he's blonde, so you can just differentiate the 2, and he's gonna be king, so he doesn't have to deal with anything. He's just like been trained to lead. And then Kai is called the defender, so he goes out and he like takes care of all of the dirty work. And everyone in this society has like powers, but Peyton specifically doesn't. You're told that from like the jump, so this is not a spoiler. And it's just about her like trying to navigate that, because anyone that's supposed to be found without powers is technically supposed to be like. So And then she enters some kind of game too for like prize money because she lives in the slums, I think. Yeah, it's either like she volunteers or she's forced into it. Either way, she ends up in this game setting. I want to say there are 2 or 3 books plus a novella. The novella is based off of her best friend. I don't recommend that. If you're bored, you want a super light read, it's okay. The problem is Adina's book is just like her constantly talking about Peyton, which is the main character, and her constantly talking about like sticky buns. It's not giving very like, I don't know, there's like not a lot of depth in it. So if you want something super light where you're like, oh, like whatever, it doesn't make a ton of sense, do that. But in terms of the actual books, amazing. So I think it's the 3rd book that just came out for the Powerless series a couple months ago, and I'm still reading it, so hopefully next week I have a review on it. So far, so good. But guys, the love triangle between the brothers, it's amazing too. I love a book that's written where there's no like bad character, I guess, like in the like immediate group. So obviously like there is a bad character, but he's not like one of her love interests, you know, and I really like that because now it's like these are both 2 good guys. Like, what are we gonna do? Hope she figures it out, you know. Okay, next book is called Quicksilver. This is similar to ACOTAR. Okay, you know how Rhys in the beginning of ACOTAR is like kind of a dick, and then he changes because you find out that that's kind of like his persona he upholds to keep everyone safe. The guy in this book, Kingfisher, is kind of like Rhys before Rhys becomes nice, and he just stays consistently like that. So that's kind of how it's like ACOTAR, and it's also, he's high fae, and there is quite a bit of smut in it. So if you're into those things, high fae, smut, angry main character, but still like protective in a way, if that's your ideal book boyfriend, then yeah, I think you'll like it. But it's about this character named Saris, and she lives in this kind of like deserty land. She needs to go save her brother, and Kingfisher is kind of like summoned through this portal thing, and it's just about them helping each other. And she gets like this fox friend at one point, so if you ever like little animal side characters, I thought it was cute. So yes, Quicksilver is more if you like a little bit like darker, high fae, smut. And then the 5th book I always recommend for people who like ACOTAR is for sure 4th Wing. Onyx Storm just came out a couple of months ago, and it's just a great story. There's dragons, there's love, and it's also kind of like an angstier main character, which I would say is pretty far off from Roman Kid in Divine Rivals. So there's kind of a lot in these books on kind of where you want to go in terms of brooding main character. But yes, these are my 5 recommendations for this summer TBR if you wanted a book that is ACOTAR adjacent. And next week I will have new videos reviewing the books that I have listed from this that have their 2nd and 3rd editions. So I'll see you guys in the next video.